Think we're live? Are we live? Yeah, we are. I was just about to mute that. Anyway, so welcome on this Friday night, big Friday night, and what is it? Wow, it's middle of September, September 15th, 2023. It is after 10 p.m. It's now 10:03. Getting a little bit of a late start, but probably won't be on real long. It's just an open chat. Not studying anything tonight. Just having some fun. And I had a fly in here and I finally got him. Oh man. I had the door propped open for a while because I was bringing something out. And anyway, there's bound to be one and I caught him. So anyway, that was that. That's what the noise was. So anyway, we're live tonight on this Friday evening, middle of September. Beautiful day here in Minnesota. I don't know what it was, probably 70. No, it's probably even more than that. I did a end of the season garden video today, but it was kind of long. It ended up to be like 31 minutes, so I didn't post it. I'm going to do a shorter one tomorrow. I liked it. It could be shorter, so I'm going to redo it and put it out tomorrow on this channel, my other channel. Let's see here. What did it? It was so beautiful today. So, could also play a couple rounds of a couple hands, a couple rounds of Bible Jeopardy. Yeah. Friday night. I like doing that too. I like challenging myself. Except this site here has kind of got some trick questions, and sometimes they're actually wrong, which I proved one time. And actually, the book, my my Bible Jeopardy book. No, I'm sorry, it's called Bible Trivia. We found some errors in that over the years too. And then there's also questions that there could be two answers because they're doublets or triplets. And so then there's other questions that would ask something and then see if it's in Mark or John. Well, it could be completely opposite in another one. So anyway, those are the harder questions. Usually that's for the $1,000 question. So today it got up to 73 and we're going to get down to 47. We've been down in the 30s the last few nights. Getting hard on my remaining veggies out there. My tomatoes are getting kind of frozen. Froze like 2 nights. Well, frozen close to freezing, and tomatoes don't like that. Oh, nothing like it. Who does, right? So I saw in the news, what's it? Colorado got snow, you guys. Crazy, huh? But I saw in the news, I think it was yesterday, about alien discovery, or I don't know. They got, is it Roswell, New Mexico? I don't know where it is. Anyway, so they had this alien, like in a box or whatever, coffin or something, or laying on a table. Anyway, it looked like totally exact like E.T. And so I went to see what the update was, and guess what? It was a hoax. Oh, well, of course it was a hoax. It's exactly like E.T. with a big triangle, like a triangle head that's sticking out with the neck, a big head, tiny neck with like bent like a hose, you know what I mean? And his big triangle head, big eyes. It was totally E.T. And, in fact, I'll show you. Hold on a second. I gotta make sure I don't disconnect or something stupid. I'm gonna put this in there. Have to get something to jack this up a little bit. Hold on a second. So I hope you're all having a great Friday or whatever day you're listening. If you're listening on the replay, thanks for listening on the replay. I appreciate it. Appreciate anybody that's here or comes later. You rock. So Let me get over to the art because I just Googled it. Hold on a second. In fact, I'm just gonna see if I can get up a little closer here. Wait a second. Alien. Patent. All right. Now they give it everybody. They just came out with another thing for everybody to conspire about, or not conspire, but what would it be? Everybody to ponder and debate about. So more debates. All right, let's look at this thing. And you know what somebody said, and I totally agree. It looks like it was made out of egg cartons. You know how egg cartons are made out of that paper mache stuff? That's anyway, kind of gentle on the eggs. If ET got a tattoo, what would it be? I don't know. What would it be? I'll show you this picture. What's today? The 15th, September 15th. So this was yesterday. What would it be? Phone home? I'm imagining it's really he does. I don't know what else he knows how to say. Other phrases he knows. I don't know. Tell us, what would ET's tattoo be? Oh man, why is this other thing not coming on? There it goes. Hold on a second. I gotta pull this up. Just got my water, so I got that out of the way there. Absolutely. Yeah, it's kind of coming out a little bit late because I don't know, flat Earth. Yeah, I could say we're not on a spinning ball. Does this not look like it's made out of egg cartons? That's ET, dude. You know what it looks like? It looks like it's got like Yoda ears. Like it's got ears like Yoda. But it's not. It's just a crease in the blanket there. Because they got like it's probably like styrofoam, and then they put like blanket in there. But guess what? Updated a day ago. It says alien bodies presented in Mexican Congress panned as stunt. Now they're saying this now because they want people to debate over this. That's what they want people to debate over this. That's all it is. They want some people to say, yeah, it's real, and other people fake because they got that alien agenda coming up. And as a matter of fact, you know what? Hold on a second. My water again. It's in the wrong place. I have a lot. Yeah, I got my. There it is. So you know how they got that alien agenda thing that they planned since like the 90s? Well, they probably planned it since before that, but so they got like this alien stuff coming up. And I told my dad, it was my dad, actually he's almost 90 years old. So I told my dad in 2014, was that 9 years ago? So 9 years ago, I was showing my dad chemtrails in the sky because I went down to Arizona to visit him right after my mom died. And Arizona is always nice there, and it was the end of December. It was Christmas time, and anyways, it's going to be beautiful. It's always blue skies and sunny. I mean, just always beautiful, and not too hot that time of year either. Actually, it kind of got chilly at night. Yeah, I think he needs a drink. I think he needs some water. But anyway, I looked up and there were chem in the sky big time down in Arizona when I was visiting my dad in 2014, and I said, "Oh, Dad, look, it's gonna rain tomorrow." And my dad said, "It doesn't rain here." I said, "Yeah, whenever they do that to the sky, it rains." And anyway, it was supposed to be 70 and sunny all week, right? And I showed my dad, "Look at that." And he thought I was crazy about these chems. I mean, so anyway, the next day it got really cold and it rained, and I still don't know if my dad believed me. But anyway, I also told my dad that was at the same time that eventually they're going to have an alien invasion in our country, but it's going to be a fake alien invasion. And they're going to prep everybody for it. They're going to like do predictive programming and all this stuff. And you know what? Over the last 9 years, guess what's happened? They bring anybody that used to bring up aliens, they'd make them out to be nutcases. You know what I mean? Psychos. And and anyway, and they always made it seem like the government was hiding all these alien secrets on us because we can't handle them and all that. Well, like over the last 14 years, since I told my dad that in 2014, things have happened where even my dad can see what's going on. My dad actually has saw in the last since I said this alien invasion thing, because at the time, nobody's talking about aliens. And if you brought up aliens, people think you're crazy. You know what I mean? So anyway, they made people look crazy that brought up aliens and all that. So it was always like people didn't know whether to believe or not. And then anyway, so over the last 9 years, what has happened? They've pushed the aliens more and more and more. And in fact, Trump brought in another branch of the military. What's it, the fifth or sixth branch or whatever? Brought in a new branch of the military called Space Force. Oh man. I said, see that? What's going on? They're preparing people for this fake alien invasion. I tell you, they've got. I said they got a bunch of UFO stuff back in the shed. They got sheds, and that's probably what Area 51 is. They're the ones making the spaceship. So they got a bunch of like airport hangars filled with these things. And they're just gonna take them out one day, and of course they can fly something that looks like a saucer. They told everybody what it's gonna look like, and with ET, they prepped everybody what the aliens will look like too, spaceship and alien, on Star Trek and all that kind of stuff. Oh, and I'll show you. You know what else? Speaking of which, so get this. So today, I gotta pull up a file, so I gotta shut this off because I'm pulling up my personal photos here, which is mostly mostly my dogs. But anyway, I'm gonna open up this. I'm gonna show you a couple downloads. I'm gonna show you. Oh, and I said that too. And I said back in 1991, I think it was. Um, the government. There really is an Illuminati. It was. It's not just a conspiracy. It was. You can look it up. It was like I think it's James Weishaupt or something like that founded it, and it was in like after 1776 a little bit, not long, but anyway, Adam Weiss. I know it. Adam Weishaupt. I just remember James Adam Weishaupt. I'm pretty sure. Anyway, oh, so here, let me pull up these pictures. Oh, here. Okay, here's one. Hold on a second. So yeah, so back in 1991. Oh, dang it, Bill. Why did I do that? I got on my downloads instead. Just hold on 1 second. Lumen Ati. Oh yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's not a made up thing. It's not it's a real thing. They're real people. They do stuff. They're actual people. All right, hold on a second. Let me open that one. So there was two of those. Well, it's because they're naughty and they're illuminated. Naughty and illuminated. Naughty. All right, my thing is kind of not cooperating, but I'll show you the two cards. Loom and naughty. Yeah. Illuminated and naughty. Yep. But yeah, back in 1991, they even had they put out this deck of cards called the Illuminated cards. and they had planned this alien invasion. You know, I was online today and I saw this made me think of all those Illuminati cards. They're expensive to buy too. Um, let's see, shut that one down. But anyway, a deck of them, and they're like $300, $299. But actually, that's for 300. There's actually 400 and something. And man, to look through them now, would that be 91, 2001? That's 30 years ago. Wow, that seemed like that long. But yeah, 30 years later, all this stuff that's happened is crazy. I got the wild kittens in my yard right now. I'm watching. All right, here's one card, and probably at least half of these have already come to pass since they put them out. Let's see. 1, 2. I don't think I have them all. Well, I'll show you the one I have. Huh. It's weird. I thought I downloaded it. Anyway. So, show you the one I got. There's two of them. One is the UFOs. But anyway, that was, yeah, so they deemed it a hoax. Now people can, debate over it's aliens, and they can debate over whether it's real or if now they're lying. So first they put it out there, then a couple day or two later they pull it back and say it was a stunt. Used to hate fruit punch flavor. Really? You know what? That's what I used to drink before I went to water. I used to drink everything fruit punch. I used to have fruit punch Kool-Aid for, I don't know, years. Because I stopped drinking caffeine and pop back in 2016. And from then up until like a year and a half ago, I just had fruit punch. I had Snapple and I had fruit punch Kool-Aid. That's all I lived on was fruit punch Kool-Aid. I didn't like those red popsicles. Oh, you don't? But now you like them? Really? Did you try them again? You know what I like? Banana. I like the banana popsicles. And I like the root beer ones too. And I like the cherry ones. Orange and grape would be my last choice. Because they taste really artificial. Here, let's see. Same with cantaloupe. Oh, really? I love cantaloupe, but it's hard to get a good cantaloupe. I have learned how to find a good watermelon now. There's 3 things to look for, and since I've used that method, I've used the method, the 3 things to check for watermelon. I've not gotten a bad one. It was always like flip of a coin. Is it going to be good or bad? And if it's bad, it gets thrown out. What a waste. And they're not expensive. I mean, they're not cheap. They're kind of expensive. $7, $8 for watermelon. Anyway, I know how to. Well, so far it's been a sure way to pick a ripe watermelon. Pickled beets, used to detest them. Now they're yummy. Really? You know what? Well, did it start when you stopped eating all the sugar? Because when I stopped indulging in sugar, I started craving good things like that too. Yeah, 3 things to test when you're checking a watermelon. In fact, I'll show you here. And it's now I've never had a bad watermelon ever since I've learned this. Because man, it bummed me out. I hate that. Oh, you know what? Look at somebody might have even done a video on it. I'll show you. So here's a YouTube video, and it probably has these 3 things, I bet. I just Googled watermelon. When I Googled yep, thump. And so, yeah, you do thump on it. And that I knew about the thump, but I really didn't know what to listen for on the thump. So when you pick it up, first of all, you look for one that's got a nice big yellow spot on it. Because a big yellow spot means it laid on the ground long enough to ripen. You don't want one that doesn't have that big yellow spot. It has to have a yellow spot. Here, let's see if we can. But here's a video, how to pick a sweet and juicy watermelon. 3 things to look for. My father sold watermelons on the corner in Hawthorne, California on the weekends. Anyway, that's a 6-minute video. So I'm not sure what they're pointing at here, but I'll show you. Right there, see? See that big yellow spot? That you have to have that. That means it sat on the ground long enough to ripen. Second of all, see where he just pulled it up? So you look where the belly button is, right? There's an umbilical cord on these, you know where the stem, where it grows, and where the stem is attached to it. Oh man, I want watermelon right now. I love watermelon. So where they, so you'll look on the watermelon on the outside, there's going to be that right there. See that stem? That's the belly button stem there. That has to be brown. Because if they pick it when it's not ripe enough, that will be green. See the stem there? When they pick it, it has to be brown when they pick it. If they pick it when it's green, it's not going to be a good watermelon. If they pick it when it's brown, it's going to have a brown belly button there where they picked it. That's 2 things. And the third thing is the thump. And I didn't really know if I was ever doing it right. But the way the guy described it, and that might even been the, where'd that video go? Oh, that looks so good. That looks so good right now. I wish I had some watermelon. But when you thump it, what I really didn't know what to listen for, but once the guy explained it, oh, that is cool. Look at that. Once the guy explained it, it made sense, and I knew what he was talking about. For the first time, I knew what the thump was. So when you cost, so when you pound on it, tap, you do it with the palm of your hand or whatever. And he described it. I think that was the video. Let me see if I can go back. It's probably the same video I watched, because there was these 3 things. It looks like maybe the same one. But anyway, so when you thump on it, use your open palm of your hand and slap on it. And you know how you have a barrel and it's empty, and then you have a barrel when it's filled with water. You know how the way difference it would feel and sound. So when you slap on this thing, you'll actually feel the water like vibrate. I don't think he says this, but he had some today. Yeah. So when you slap on it, it should sound like it's filled with water, like you're tapping on a gallon of milk that's full. You know what I mean? As opposed to maybe, I don't know, half a gallon or whatever. Or half gallon. You had some today, yeah. So the yellow spot, the thump, and then the green belly button. I mean the brown, make sure it's brown, not green. Scratch the green, go with the brown. Anyway, yeah, I could go for some watermelon actually. Um, but yeah, if you get off of sugar, that you will. Well, I personally, I'll say for myself, I personally, within after 7 days, my cravings completely changed to fruits and vegetables and steak and all kinds of good stuff. So yeah, instead of craving sugar, all of a sudden it's like your body gets a reset. You know what I mean? Like you get a reset from it. Low tone is more sugar sweet. Low tone. Are you talking about the watermelon? High tone is less sweet. What do you mean, the thump tone? Or what tone? The egg carton ET here. Oh, that thing is funny. Look at the spine, the vertebrate. That's just crazy. And the vertebrates are in front here. Oh, the thump? Really? So low tone is more sugar, high tone is less. Oh, I like it sweet. I like that. Um, yeah. Every time I have watermelon, I always in my own mind, I always rate it on 1 to 10. And lately, I've had 9s and 10s. But man, before I did the all three tests, it has to pass all three tests. And once I learn how to make it pass all three tests, you flick it with the finger. You do really like it's an instrument, huh? You can tell the tone. If it's a B flat, it's sweet, and if it's an A minor, it's or whatever. I don't know music. Sorry about that. Anyway, all right, I'll try that. Hey, you know what is also hard to pick out is a good cantaloupe, because the cantaloupes are a crapshoot. You know what I mean? It's another one. I'm gonna have to find a good video that shows how to pick out a good cantaloupe. Anyway, yeah, so I saw that UFO stuff. Now here we go with the UFO stuff. Aliens. So yeah, they're probably gonna have some fake alien attack at some point. So hopefully people don't worry it is staged. The NASA's UFO task force has released its final report. It's not aliens. They're going back and forth whether they are or not. They want you to debate about it. They're trying to build up two sides of an argument. The for and the, they say, yes, we need a space force to fight aliens. And then they say, no, they're not really aliens. And anyway, they're trying to build up two sides of a war. You know what I mean? Just more divide and conquer, more like just one more thing for people to argue about. But anyway, I thought that was funny. Somebody said it looked like egg cartons, empty egg cartons. Anyway, and to me it's funny because I used to be an X-ray technician, and you know what? That spine is really funny because it's in the front of them, kind of in the middle. Anyway, and it's so wide, it's only got like, I don't know, maybe 8 vertebrates or something. But anyway, so yes, it is a hoax. So that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna bring some out. Seems official. Call it a hoax. Get people ping ponging back and forth. Get some debates going between people. Get some buzz going. So when they post something, they've already got um, people. It's good. They create a buzz. That's funny. I thought, wait a minute, what? It said the LA mayor is fearful that planes of illegal aliens might arrive in the city that welcomes immigrants. Oh, I thought they meant like Aliens. Nope. So anyway, that was a hoax, but there'll be more, folks. There'll be more. You're gonna keep that UFO conversation going. Cantaloupe smell the end, press into it. Soft and aromatic is better. Yeah, I did see that. But yeah, I don't know. I grew some water. I grew some cantaloupe this year. I had probably 6 or 8 of them, but they didn't get bigger than a softball. And I put that in my video, my end of garden video stuff I learned. But yeah, I tried to grow my own. It just they didn't get very big. But yep, I love ripe cantaloupe. But yeah, if you get them, cut them open or get them to when they're, once you cut them, it's it. I mean, but they ain't gonna ripen anymore. But yep, I love my fresh fruit, and I never really craved fresh fruit until I got off sugar. You know what I mean? It's got fructose in it, but it's got all the good other stuff, fiber and all that good vitamins. Yeah, that's cute. I got these kittens out there playing like it. They're really cute. One just ran over and they both hopped up in the air. Let's see. Those are all the little kittens out there. Those are the feral kittens, the wild ones. They're having fun. They're having a good time. Look at them playing. Those are wild cats out there. They're practically, well, they're right outside my window here, actually. But if I go out there, they take off. They're really scared. They're wild. But they just ate. I had a pan of food and water out there, so they eat and they just have a blast out there. They're kind of comfortable. I even seen them peeking in the window. I seen them peeking in my bedroom window when the dogs were back there. That's funny. They're cute. But, anyway, there you go. So yeah. So last night my internet wasn't working, and so I couldn't come on live when I wanted to. And then I don't know, half an hour later, I figured out that something got unplugged. Not even the router, it was something else. Because the router's got a backup battery, so it was still said it was on and up and running, but it wasn't. And finally figured it out. And anyway, I came on just for a little bit. But yesterday I was going to do the 3 stories of Paul's conversion. 3 totally different stories. And anyway, so I just came on too late to go through all that. It's going to be about an hour. So we're going to do that tomorrow night, the 3 conversion stories of Paul. That's Saturday, tomorrow night. Not sure about Sunday. I think I know what I'm going to do, but I won't say it yet because I'm not sure if I'll be ready. So anyway, I probably will get off here in a minute. I could also do a round of Bible Jeopardy too. There you go. Yeah, so tomorrow is the 3. I just bookmarked everything last night when I took it down. I bookmarked all. It was like 17 tabs I had up, so I bookmarked it all. It's gonna be a good study. If you don't know, uh, if it's the first time you hear it, you'll be kind of amazed and kind of shocked. And if you've seen it before, it's still fun to refresh it. But yeah, it's 3 stories. Paul told 3 different conversion stories of how he met Jesus, and they're all different. It's like 3 different people's stories. Anyway, uh, and he told it differently 3 different times because there's 3 different audiences, and so self-serving in the way that he changed it. So. And obviously, Anyway, I got a lot to say about that. So that is going to be tomorrow night. And I said last night, oh, I should put these kittens up there. So cute. I said last night that I was going to start coming on now that it's getting a little bit darker earlier. About this every fall, I usually try to move the time from 9:30 up to probably like 8:30, and during the winter it's about 8:30. I come on here. It's just because I'm not out till sunset every night working. So anyway, I'm going to be coming on earlier. I'm not sure 8:30. I'm not sure what day I'm going to start, but I will let people know tomorrow. Hopefully, I'm hopefully tomorrow I'll be on before 9:30 because we've got a lot to go through. But I'm going to go with the 3 stories that Paul's conversion. Oh, and also show where Paul got his stories from, because there are stories that he's retelling from somebody else. So I'll show that too. If it, like I said, if it's the first time you're seeing it, will be very interesting. I just love watching them kittens. Them little baby kittens are all 3 of them are just playing in the big ball. They're so cute. I wish I could go up and touch them, but they run. They're wild. Anyway, so yeah, I don't know what else. Maybe I'll go through one round of Bible trivia questions before I head out. Let's see. Joshua Promise and oh, I don't like that category at all. Let me see here. We're gonna do a new. See, I'm gonna go through one round. I think 5 questions of Bible Jeopardy, and there's nothing on there. I think that's exactly the same book that we had that. Oops, camera's not on. Let's do that. Doesn't like the work of it's in the hallway. The different holder that doesn't squeeze it so much. Honestly. That thing is being really difficult. Shoot. This thing does not want to work. Put that up there. It's not responding. All right. All right. Making progress. There you go. Oh man, this thing just doesn't want to put the camera on. There you go. Okay, got it. That thing was fighting back, man, like a boxing kangaroo. All right. You know, back in the 80s and stuff, I got married in 1980, and me and my husband, we had little kids, and we used to go to North St. Paul. Had a carnival every year, and it was fun. We knew everybody up there. It was just great. It was back in the early 80s, and anyway, there's a lot of drinking, and they had a big remember those tug of wars where they had the giant rope and they had like 10 guys on one side and 10 guys on the other, and they just do pull for hours and all dig in hard. And they had that, and anyway, people got really drunk, and they had a bear up there. It was like a big grizzly bear, not a grizzly bear, but maybe it was a brown bear or a black bear. Anyway, they had a bear, and they pulled his teeth out or something. I'm not sure, but for some reason he had no teeth. But anyway, you could pay to wrestle the bear. You know what I mean? So they had like a boxing ring, kind of. They had like not up on something, but they just kind of they had like a ring, and you could pay to go in and wrestle the bear. And the bear was like, trained not to like kill you, but anyway, Well, kind of trained, but anyway, so people would get like really drunk, and they would get really drunk, and then they'd pay and go and fight the bear. Anyway, of course, somebody got hurt, and then they stopped doing that. But that was fun. I wish I had that on video. Anyway, let's see here. I'm not even sure why I brought that up. Forgot why I brought that up. Yeah, I like that one. I'll try another one. I was gonna say something about that, but I forgot why. The bear just like the memories of the bear was kind of funny. But people get so drunk, guys would get drunk. I don't think I've ever seen a woman wrestle the bear. But it was so funny. And you know what? They had wrestling trunks on the bear. So the bear had like boxer shorts on. You know what I mean? So it was really funny. No gloves or nothing. They might have even took his fingernails off. Because like people, I don't know, but I don't know what he did. He hurt somebody. But anyway, so geography of the New Testament. Complete the verse. That's gonna be tricky. Because if they go in the Gospels, you got four sentences that can be the same with a word or two off. Patriarchs, word meanings, people, timeline. Complete the verse. All right, let's do the complete the verse for $200. If a man say, I love God, and he hateth his brother, he is a liar. That's right, he's a liar. So, is he a saint, a mocker, a liar, a murderer? If a man say, I love God, and hates his brother, he is a liar. I'm going to say liar. Hopefully they ain't going to say he's a murderer. Anyway. Correct, ding, ding, ding. Those are always easy, the $200. Yeah. If a man says, I love God and hates his brother, he is a liar. That's right. Ding, ding, ding. 1 John 4:20. That's your 4:20. Yeah, they always start out easy, but they get a little harder. And it's not even really that they get harder, they just get tricky. There's two situations that can be very close. Anyway. Yeah, not as easy as they go on. Yep, a liar. Excellent, Gito. You got it. Question for 400 points. By the way, there's like a 30-second delay, so I'll pause and let you answer. Let anybody answer in their head if you're playing at home. Question for 400 points. Complete the following. The baptism of John was from heaven. Of men? Wait. The baptism of John was of men. Gosh, how can it get harder at only 400 points? I think it's from heaven. The baptism of John was from heaven or of men. Well, later, if it's Jesus talking later, then I would say it was of men. But then again, from heaven, yeah. The baptism of John was from heaven. Now, I think it's from heaven, but it could also be of men. But we'll do of heaven. That's the first thing that came to my mind. Of heaven. Yep, ding, 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 correct. That's in Mark 11:30 to 33. Very good for 400 points. Let's see what we got here. Should I not? Yeah, I did. It's delayed. Kind of sluggish. All right, next for 600 points or dollars. I complete the verse for 600. Question was posed to Pharisee. Yeah, yeah. I think it was the Pharisees. Yep, and it was later. Oh, you know what? It would have had the verse on there, but I think it was later, later in the story when he's being challenged by the Pharisees. It's the same thing. Um, because it wasn't even about the baptism. It was about something else. And he says, "Was this from God or from man?" That's why they said from man to throw you off, because they said it was it from heaven or was it from man? Because they said something, and that was his response to their question. All right, for 600 points, sanctify them through thy word. I didn't even see it. Yep, thy word is love. Sanctify means to make holy, set aside and make it holy. So sanctify them through thy word. Thy word is truth, light, love. The two parters are hard. I think it's sanctify them through thy word. No, it can't be word, because it'd be sanctify them through thy word. Thy word is word. Word, word, word. Word is a word. Nah, too many times you say word. Sanctify them through thy love. Thy word is truth. No, it has to be the same one. So sanctify them through thy love. Thy word is love. Or sanctify them through thy light. The word is light. No, that don't sound right. Sanctify them through thy truth. The word is truth. Sanctify them through thy word. No, you don't. Word. Well, then because this word here, whatever this answer is, has to fit both of these squares or empty spaces. So if you pick word, it's going to sound like this: sanctify them through thy word. Thy word is word. Get it? So whatever answer we pick, it has to fit both of these. You going with word? Okay, you go with word. Because so it's going to say, sanctify them through thy word. Thy word is word. Right, but you can only pick one. You can't pick two. It's got to be one answer is going to fit both of these. See? So you think it's thy word and truth and all that, but no, you have to pick one answer that's going to fit in both of these spaces. So if you pick love, it's going to say, sanctify them through thy love. Thy word is love. I think that's what it is. Or if you pick light, sanctify them through thy light. Thy word is light. All right. Right. Okay, you're going with word? Okay, we're going to go with word. All right. So keto, JP says word. I say it's going to be love. Truth. Hey, Kathleen, good to see you. You're saying truth? Okay, Kathleen's going with truth. So you got JP's got word, Kathleen's got truth. I have love. All right. So we're going to go click word. Kathleen's going with truth. I'm going with love. What do we got? It is word. Oh, it is word. Oh, no, I'm sorry. It's truth. Answer is truth. Oh, Kathleen's got it. Okay, Kathleen, you're right. So it's going to say, sanctify them through thy truth. Thy word is truth. Yeah. John 17:17. Very good, Kathleen. Yep. Because if you said word, it would say, sanctify them through thy word. Thy word is word. Using the word 3 times. Anyway, very good try for everybody. Get the next one. Yeah, so the answer has to fit both the empty spaces. So again, a little harder now. Complete the verse for $800 or points, whatever you want to look at it. Oops, let's see. It's so long when you click on it. Bingo. Yeah. Very good. Welcome, Kathleen. I hope you had a wonderful day. Hope you're having a good Friday night. Okay, Bible trivia, Bible Jeopardy. Next one. Complete the following. It says complete the following. Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for they shall be called children of God. They shall be comforted. Theirs is the kingdom of heaven. They shall inherit the earth. Now it's funny because all of these are in the Bible. Like these are phrases that are in the Bible, so they're probably all going to sound familiar. But complete the following. Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for they shall be called the children of God. I think it's that, or theirs is the kingdom of heaven. They shall inherit the earth. They all kind of sound right. You know why? Because they're all in the Bible. They're all in the New Testament somewhere. These are like Matthew 5-7, Sermon on the Mount. This has got to be from Matthew 5-7, Sermon on the Mount. Definitely. Anyway, blessed are they persecuted, for they shall be called the children of God. I think this is what it is. Now, if you guys can see the question, I'll try to go a little closer there. There we go. Oops. Did you see the question? Complete the following. Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for they shall inherit the earth. Kathleen says inherit the earth. I say theirs is the kingdom of heaven. She says there shall inherit the earth. I think it's that they shall inherit. I think it's this should be called the children of God. It's one of these two. But anyway, I'm going to go with they should be called the children of God. Kathleen's going with this one, bottom one. I'm going with the top one. Children of God, inherit the earth. Keto, you got a guess? Kingdom. All right, you're going with this one. All right, because these are all in the. Like I said, this has got to be Matthew 5-7, Sermon on the Mount, or flat plane, whatever you pick. All right, so this time we're gonna go with Kathleen's answer. Shall inherit the earth. JP says kingdom of heaven. I say children of God. Ding, 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 ding. Incorrect. And shall inherit the earth is incorrect, as theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Yeah. Oh, ding, 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 ding. Keto Cheeto comes in. Yeah. Yeah. They in fact, what did I say? This is a Sermon on the Mount, 5-7. Matthew 5:10. There's his king. These are actually, you know what's confusing? All these are in the Sermon on the Mount, Matthew 5-7. Blessed, these are the blessed. There's beatitudes and then there's curses. So during the beatitudes, these are it. You do this, and you shall be the children of God. You do that, you should be comforted. You did that, the kingdom of heaven. You do this, inherit the earth. And then after the beatitudes and like all the good things, then it goes to the bad things. So these are all in Sermon on the Mount. Like I said, this all screams Matthew 5-7. I could have told you that. These are all. So that's what makes it kind of hard, because they all sound very familiar. Why? Because they're all in Sermon on the Mount in the same chapter, 5, 6, or 7. But the Beatitudes, the beginning is all in chapter 5. So yeah, I could have told you it's Matthew 5, because these are all Matthew 5 answers. Anyway, last is $1,000. Complete the verse. And it's going to be a hard one. Well, it should be. 1,000 points. For they that will be blank fall into temptation and a snare, and into many foolish and hurtful lusts. So they that will be married, I hope not, disobedient, rich, or unbelieving. For they that will be, so what sounds right? Yeah, the bee attitude, that's right. Bumblebee. So what sounds right? For they that will be disobedient fall into temptation and a snare. Or for they that will be married fall into temptation and a snare. For they that will be rich fall into temptation and a snare. They that will be unbelieving fall into temptation and a snare. Many foolish, hurtful lusts. I think it's rich. But I don't know. Paul was really anti marriage and family. Disobedient. Kathleen says, for they that will be disobedient fall into temptation and the snare, and into many foolish and hurtful lusts. That sounds right. Definitely rich. Keto says rich. For those that will be rich fall into temptation snare. My first inclination, whatever. My first guess was rich also, because it does come with more. You can just afford more sins, because sins can be expensive. So the more money you have, the more sins you can afford. That's why I figured rich. So this time we're going to go with rich. Kathleen says disobedient. I'm going to go with Keto Cheeto and say rich. I hope it's not married, because anyway. And what is it? Correct. Ding, 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 ding. It is rich. Because Paul is teaching a lot of times that it's good to be poor. It's good. You know what else he teaches? It's good to be poor and good to be not married. Be poor and single. Because any moment, so forget about getting married. And if you are already married, act like you're not. Do not have relations with your wife, because you don't want to have children, because Jesus is going to come back any second. And that was 2,000 years ago. Anyway, we'll do one more category. Positive. That's right. Positive. Patriarchs. From Abraham to Joseph. Huh. Word meanings. People. Timeline. Anybody got a preference? Geography of the New Testament. Complete the verses, what we just did. Anybody got a choice in one more category we're going to pick? Word meanings. People. Timeline. Oh, I like people. I like people. Geography of the New Testament. Patriarchs from Abraham to Joseph. That one might be interesting too. Kathleen or JP, they got a. Anybody want to guess or not guess, but choose a category? They'll kind of look interesting, but. Okay, any? All right, we'll do people. We all like people, right? Hagar was a handmaid to which woman? This one is easy peasy weezy. I know this one. I'm sure you guys too. Hagar was a handmaid to who? Lot's wife. That's funny. Really funny. Zoinks. It's going to be Sarah. Hagar was a handmaid to which one? Remember, she was the Egyptian slave that they trafficked out of Egypt. That was Hagar. She was a slave. Sarah, that's right. She was a handmaid to Sarah. That's right. The Egyptian that they brought back with them as a souvenir. All right. Yes, ding ding, correct. It was Sarah. I feel bad for Hagar. Yep. Very good, Kathleen. Yep. Ding ding. I feel bad for Hagar. She's kidnapped by 100-year-old people as a slave, and back then there were sex slaves too. Brought to another country, doesn't speak the language, forced to have a baby. When she does, they don't like the baby, and they throw them both out in the desert to die. The end. All right, next, people for 400. Yeah, I always felt bad for her. Next, what were the two different ways that the men of Gideon's army drank water from the stream? They lapped like a dog, others bent down, some used a cup, others used their hands. They cupped their hands or filled animal skins. They put their faces in the water or used a cup. I know this one. You guys know this one? I know this one. This is kind of an easy one too. There were two different ways men of Gideon's army drank water from the stream. I'm sorry, what were the two ways? What were the two ways the men of Gideon's army drank from the water from the stream? They lapped it like a dog. Some used a cup. Maybe they had a canteen, huh? Maybe they had one of them ram horns that is filled up with water. Drank it like a crazy straw. Remember crazy straws? I remember crazy straws. Any guess? They lapped it like water, others bent down. They lapped it like a dog. They drank like dogs out of the river. Any guess? They use a cup, their hands, cup their hands. They're filled animal skins. You guys can guess. I might be wrong. They put their faces in the water or used a cup. I thought they lapped it like a dog. I don't know. Somebody lapped it like a dog. I'm not sure. Cup their hands, they're bent down. Yeah, it's kind of a hard one, huh? You say they cup their hands, or bent down? All right. You both say they cup their hands, or bent down? Where is that? Lap like a dog? I think I remember them saying they lapped it up like a dog. You guys remember that? Or am I thinking of different something else? All right. Well, I think a lap. All right. I think they lapped it like a dog. I might be wrong, but I think they lapped it like it. Somebody lapped up the water like a dog. Yeah, it was them. Correct. Some lapped like a dog, others bent down. Remember, they were drinking it. It said, what is it, Samuel? No, it's in Judges. Remember in Judges, they said that these were people in an army, soldiers. They were at the river and they were like animals, like dogs, on all four, drinking like lapping up like a dog. I specifically remember that because I thought, what the heck? I'm laughing at like a dog. Anyway, then whatever works. Maybe their hands are dirty. Anyway. And in fact, lapping like a dog would be cleaner than putting it in a, animal bladder or something. Anyway, 600 people for 600. At which king's feast did the hand write on the wall? Oh, I remember that. That's a good one. It wasn't Nebuchadnezzar. It wasn't Saul. It wasn't Xerxes. It was Belshazzar. I think it was Belshazzar. Remember that? The writing on the. This is where the saying, "Can't you read the writing on the wall?" That's where this comes from. I got a fruit fly in here. I got fruit flies still. Yeah, can't you read the writing on the wall? During the party, a big hand started writing on the wall. A giant hand starts writing on the wall. I forgot. I used to remember what it said. I mean, the letters in Hebrew. I used to remember what it said in Hebrew, but it said, "You're gonna die tonight," or something like that. Anyway, and he said, yeah, Belshazzar, and King Belshazzar said, "I'll give anybody, um, whatever, half the kingdom, or whatever, in a robe and a gold chain if you tell me what it says." It's like, yeah, you're not gonna like what it says. And then he's like, "Yeah, you're gonna die tonight." Yeah, you guys know the story. You're gonna die tonight. And he goes, "Okay, well, a deal's a deal. Here's the chain. Here's the rope." Anyway, that was funny. Yes. So yes, we all agree it is King Belshazzar. No, it wasn't any of these. But yeah, King Belshazzar. That was funny. Correct. Ding, 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 ding. It was Belshazzar. Belshazzar. Whatever. Yep. That's a good one. Very good. Very good. Weighing found one. Yeah, there you go. Exactly. Yep. You were weighed and found wanting. That's right. Very good. Exactly what it said. Kingdom taken, given to another. There you go. Bam. Exactly what it said. Yep. And you know what's weird? When they said weighed, it reminds me of that other religion. I can't remember what religion it is, but it's some like ancient belief where when you die, your soul is put on a scale and the feathers on the other side, and your or your heart. I don't know if it's your heart or a feather, but anyway, it has to weigh less than a feather in order to get in. Yeah, that reminds me of. And they were, yeah, anyway. We'll keep going. All right, next, people for 800. Yeah, found wanting, exactly. He prompted Solomon to kill his older. I'm sorry, what prompted Solomon to kill his older brother Abijah? He was jealous of him. He swore in God's name. He asked Solomon to give him a wife. He tried to murder Solomon. So what prompted Solomon to kill his older brother Abijah, whatever the name is? He was jealous of him. He swore in God's name. He asked Solomon to give him a wife. I mean, Solomon is down to like 1,000 women. He can't really spare it. He tried to murder Solomon. Wife? I don't think Solomon really cared about anybody swearing in his name. He was jealous of him. It's either he's jealous or he asked for the wife. I don't remember. It's been a long time since we've been in these books here. He tried to murder Solomon. 9 out of 10 chance it's his wife. Jealous? Yeah, I'm jealousy with siblings, with brothers. Yeah, I could see that. I think it's either jealous of him or the wife thing. And since two of us are saying jealous, we'll try jealous. So JP's got the Solomon wife thing, and me and Kathleen are going to go with jealous. Oh, incorrect. It was, you got it. JP's got it. He asked Solomon to give him a wife. Like I said, Solomon's only down to like 1,000 women. He can't afford to spare one. Did you guys know? You know, in the Gospel of John, Jesus said, "Tear this temple down and I'll build it back up in 3 days." And they said, "It took 46 years to." And this is in the Gospel of John, and John gets everything wrong. But anyway, it says it took 46 years for us to build this temple, and you were going to build it in 3 days. And they didn't know, but they was talking about his body. Anyway, it did not take 46 years. It didn't take 46 years. It actually took 7 years to build Solomon's temple. 7 years. And this is like in a couple different places in the Old Testament. I don't know if it's First Kings. I can't remember where it is, but at least two times. At least two times it tells how many times or how long and they have step by step like how long it took to get the cedars and all this stuff. And anyway, so it was 7 years to build the temple, but it was 13 years before so it took another, so it was 13 years by the time he had all his wives' houses built. So he had a whole community of houses built for his wives and his concubines. So only 7 was the temple, and then by the time the concubines all had a place to live, it was 13 years. So it was 13 years. It was not 45. Anyway. Just old synopsis happening. Gray mat. Yep, there you go. I feel like I get a brain workout when I do these. All right. People for 1,000. This is going to be a tough one. It'll kind of be a trick question, probably. What was the Corinthians' impression of Paul in person? He was powerful. He was weak. He was foolish. He was arrogant. Is there all the above? No. What was the Corinthians' impression of Paul in person? I gotta go. Probably be back in 10. All right. Yeah, I'm probably not gonna be on here real long, but if I don't see you back, Keto, thanks for coming in. Have a good night. Yeah, I was just gonna get off after this one anyway. So anyway, I appreciate you coming on. This is the last question for tonight. What was the Corinthians' impression of Paul in person? He was powerful. He was weak. He was foolish. He was arrogant. I think they think he was arrogant because he was. Arrogant? You too, Kathleen? I think so too. I think he was arrogant. We'll go with arrogant. Oh, and not correct. He was weak. All right. I knew they didn't like him. 2 Corinthians 6:10. I know that they didn't like him. A lot of people didn't. And remember, Paul is teaching to the Gentiles. And anyway, he had a very, I don't know. I don't know if he's really made for teaching. But, yeah. Well, that was fun. That was fun. I like that. I like playing trivia. You want to do any more questions? Or let's I'll wrap it up and sign off. It's fun. Oh, by the way, you know what? I'm gonna put the link for this in the chat. If anybody wants to play this on your own, you can pull this up, paste. There it is. There's your Bible Jeopardy link in the chat. It's called Christianity Trivia. There it goes. Anyway, that's fun. That is fun. Anyway, so thank you. I had fun too, Kathleen. Thanks for coming in. Nice seeing you. Yeah, I like it. It kind of gives the brain a little workout exercise. I feel like my brain just went to the gym. Anyway, so thanks for coming in, Kathleen, and also Keto Cheeto. JP, good to see you tonight. Anybody else that came in, if you came in and watched and listened, or if you're watching on the replay, thanks for doing that. Tomorrow night, we're going to do the 3 different versions of Paul's conversion story. He's got 3 completely different testimonies, and we're going to go over that tomorrow. We're going to find out where did he get these stories from, and we'll show you where he got them from if you don't know. Anyway, that will be fun. So thanks for coming in. Thank you, Kathleen. Keto Cheeto, everybody. And there you go. All right. All right, everybody. Have a good rest of the day, and have a restful sleep night, and I hope to see you tomorrow night. when we go over Paul's conversion stories. Now, sorry about that. Oops. My dog's trying to get out from under my desk. Hold on a second. There. All right. All right. Good night, everybody. Ciao.